Welcome to Bills Nation Daily, your go-to source for everything Buffalo Bills. Today, we're diving deep into the individual player performances from the preseason, with a special focus on the 2025 draft class. Preseason is always about evaluation, experimentation, and spotting the potential standouts. And for the Bills, there are several players who have caught my eye, both positively and with areas of concern. We're not going to dwell on game script, overall team execution, or play calling because, frankly, those elements are much less telling during the preseason. Instead, the lens we're using is individual skill, athleticism, and positional fit. By examining each draft pick and their early contributions, we can start to understand what kind of impact they might have this season and beyond. Starting with the Bills' first-round pick, cornerback Maxwell Harrison, it's important to acknowledge that he didn't take the field during the preseason. On the surface, that might make it easy to overlook him, but watching the Bills' defensive schemes gives insight into why he is so critical to their future plans. The defense appears to be moving toward a structure that emphasizes man coverage and frequent 5- or 6-man pressures. This approach can maximize Harrison's athleticism and ball skills once he's ready to play. For now, Trey White holds the cornerback position. White is a functional player, but his speed limitations and need to play with extra cushion mean he's not an ideal fit for the Bills' evolving defensive style. With Christian Benford occupying the CB1 role, opposing offenses are likely to target the other side, putting White in situations where precision and discipline are essential. Essentially, White is serving as a bridge until Harrison is ready, and once Harrison steps onto the field, his skill set has the potential to unlock the full defensive scheme the Bills want to run. It's clear that Harrison's athletic profile is the missing ingredient for a truly optimized secondary. And once healthy, he could redefine the way the defense executes in man coverage and press scenarios. Moving to the defensive tackles, TJ Sanders and Deon Walker both showed encouraging flashes during their preseason appearances. TJ Sanders, in particular, demonstrated traits that excited scouts during his time at South Carolina: explosiveness, flexibility, and the ability to play effectively with his hands. In one sequence against the Giants, Sanders delivered a textbook two-hand swipe into a rip move, pressuring the quarterback and showcasing his technique and power at the point of attack. Even though Dane Jackson surrendered a long touchdown on the play, it was Sanders' effort that forced the quarterback into a hurried throw. The team's depth chart updates for the second preseason weekend also reflect Sanders' progress, promoting him from third-team to second-team defensive tackle. This shift is notable, as it indicates the coaching staff's growing confidence in his abilities compared to veteran players like Dwayne Carter and Larry Ogunjobi. Deon Walker also impressed as both a run defender and a pass rusher. While it's important to note that he was competing against the Giants' second and third-string offensive line, his upper body strength, long arms, and physicality were evident. Walker consistently controlled rep after rep, demonstrating the potential to dominate when he fully integrates lower body strength with his already impressive upper body power. If he can refine his technique and balance, Walker has the makings of a highly effective interior force. On the flip side, Dwayne Carter continues to be a source of concern. As a rookie, he faced challenges and a wrist injury, but even with those factors, his struggles have persisted. He lacks the feel and anchor needed to be an impactful nose tackle, particularly in a system that prioritizes defensive line stability. Comparisons with Zion Log are telling. Log showed promising tape at training camp and in preseason, suggesting he may be a more reliable one-technique player than Carter. With Larry Ogunjobi's eventual return from suspension, the competition for defensive tackle snaps is shaping up to be both interesting and crucial for the Bills' defensive depth. Turning our attention to the defensive ends, third-round pick Landon Jackson had a quiet NFL debut. Physically, he has the tools, power, size, and movement ability, but the technical aspects of his game still need significant development. Jackson's rush plan execution was inconsistent, and his body positioning often lacked the precision needed to generate pressure effectively. Additionally, a mental misstep in the neutral zone negated a potential interception for teammate Jordan Hancock, highlighting the need for focus and discipline as he acclimates to the professional level. Despite these early struggles, it's important to remember that he is making his first steps into the NFL, and growth over the next 2 weeks of preseason could be telling. Jackson, along with Javon Solomon, will likely see limited snaps while Michael Ho is suspended, but both players will need to demonstrate progress to solidify their roles. Michael Ho, meanwhile, was arguably the standout defensive player for the Bills in this game. Watching him on tape, his creativity, athleticism, and gap-shooting ability were immediately apparent. Ho's versatility, whether aligning from two-point stance or shifting across the line, allows the Bills to deploy him in ways that maximize disruption. His pass rush, hand techniques, and run-stopping capabilities were exceptional, and it's clear that when he returns from suspension, Ho will be a major factor in the defensive front. His unique skill set and presence make him a player to watch closely throughout the season. Jordan Hancock, the fifth-round defensive back out of Ohio State, also made an impression. Primarily playing deep safety, Hancock exhibited comfort and confidence, which is critical for a player expected to operate in multiple roles. He made an interception on a slightly overthrown ball and showed strong run-fit instincts, physicality in tackling, and overall processing speed. The term comfortable stands out when describing his performance. A versatile, confident rookie in the defensive backfield is a valuable asset. Similarly, Cam Lewis also impressed, especially in his downhill triggers and run-fitting capabilities. Both players are likely to secure spots on the roster, and while Hancock may see limited snaps behind Lewis, the competition for the secondary depth is shaping up to be a strong positive for the Bills. On the offensive side, tight end Jackson Ha, also a fifth-round pick, demonstrated excellent blocking ability. On a trap play, he executed a textbook seal block, engaging a defensive tackle and creating a lane for an explosive run. While his pass catching remains a work in progress, particularly highlighted by an uncontested drop, his blocking skill provides immediate value to the offense. Interestingly, Ha did not participate in special teams reps during this preseason outing, which was unexpected given the tendency for young tight ends to contribute in all phases early in their careers. This may be something to monitor moving forward as his role develops. The early preseason performances provide insight into the developmental trajectory of the Bills' draft class. Maxwell Harrison's eventual readiness will be pivotal in unlocking the full potential of the secondary. T.J. Sanders and Deion Walker are showing promising growth as interior linemen, while Dwayne Carter remains a point of concern. Landon Jackson needs refinement, but Michael Ho's talent and versatility are undeniable. Jordan Hancock and Cam Lewis both display strong promise in the secondary, and Jackson Ha offers immediate value through his blocking prowess. As the preseason progresses, these players' performances will inform roster decisions and playing time allocations, shaping the Bills' competitive outlook for the 2025 season. As we continue our in-depth look at the Buffalo Bills preseason and draft class of 2025, it's clear that the evaluation of these young players goes far beyond stat lines and snap counts. The preseason serves as a laboratory where coaches, scouts, and analysts examine the nuances of technique, mental processing, and adaptability under real game conditions. For the Bills, this evaluation is particularly important because the team is entering a transitional phase. Veteran leadership is solid, but the infusion of young talent will dictate how sustainable the team's success can be over the next several seasons. Starting with the offensive line, the Bills' rookies have displayed both promise and the expected growing pains. Third-round pick Tyree Johnson, an offensive tackle, was on the field for a series of first-team reps during the second preseason game, and the tape reveals a player with natural length and a fluid kick slide, but someone still working on hand placement and balance against speed rushers. Johnson's athletic profile is impressive. He has the kind of lateral movement that allows him to mirror edge defenders, but he occasionally overcommits, leaving gaps for interior penetration. Against the Giants' defensive ends, Johnson allowed a pressure in the second quarter, which forced the quarterback to step up into a clean rush lane. While the misstep was minor, it underscores the reality that Johnson's development will require consistent coaching, rep after rep, before he can be trusted in high-leverage situations. Nevertheless, the upside is unmistakable. Once Johnson's technique becomes more consistent, he could anchor the right side of the line for years, particularly in a scheme that emphasizes zone blocking and quarterback rollouts. Center dynamics also deserve attention. Veteran Mitch Morse continues to be reliable, but his snap timing and lateral movement occasionally struggle against elite interior pass rushers. Fifth-round pick Eli Daniels has been working as a backup center and guard, showing versatility, but also the typical rookie hesitation when faced with stunts or delayed blitzes. Daniels has a high football IQ and good hand strength, but his lower body mechanics need refinement to maintain leverage against NFL-caliber linemen. The offensive line as a whole appears to be balancing youth and experience, with the coaching staff carefully rotating reps to accelerate development without sacrificing early season production. Moving to skill positions, wide receivers have been a mix of veteran consistency and rookie flashes. Sixth-round rookie Calvin Harris showed speed and route separation that can create mismatches against linebackers and slot corners. In one notable sequence, Harris executed a sharp-out route against press coverage, creating immediate separation and allowing the quarterback a clear window for a throw. While Harris dropped a couple of contested passes, the underlying athletic traits are undeniable. His acceleration, ability to change direction quickly, and spatial awareness are all NFL-ready. The key question will be refining hands, concentration in traffic, and the ability to read defensive leverage on the fly. Meanwhile, veteran wide receivers continue to dominate in key moments, providing a benchmark for young players. Stefon Diggs' performance in the preseason has been textbook. Precise route execution, strong hands, and the ability to separate from defenders consistently. Diggs' presence also elevates the young receivers around him, creating opportunities for players like Harris and second-year man Malik Jefferson to gain confidence in live-game situations. The blend of veteran skill and rookie explosiveness is exactly what the Bills need to maintain a dynamic passing attack, and it's encouraging to see the rookies absorbing lessons from Diggs' timing, footwork, and anticipation at the top of routes. At running back, the competition is fierce, but the coaching staff appears committed to maximizing versatility. Fourth-round rookie Isaiah Brown has been rotated between the I-back and H-back positions, allowing him to see a variety of play calls and blocking assignments. Brown's acceleration through the line, ability to change direction on a dime, and vision to exploit cutback lanes have stood out, especially on zone runs where lateral movement and patience are crucial. While his top-end speed is not elite, Brown compensates with instincts, balance, and physicality in contact. Comparing him to veteran Zach Moss, who serves as the primary power back, Brown offers a complementary skill set that allows the Bills to maintain a varied and unpredictable rushing attack. The depth chart rotation also ensures that injuries or fatigue do not compromise the effectiveness of the backfield, and having multiple capable options gives offensive coordinators flexibility in designing plays tailored to opponent weaknesses. Tight end play continues to evolve as well. Jackson Haas' blocking dominance provides immediate contributions in the running game, but his receiving game remains a work in progress. Preseason footage shows how excelling in downhill blocks and edge sealing, but on routes requiring separation or contested catches, he occasionally struggles with timing and footwork. The coaching staff seems aware of this, as reps in positional drills have focused heavily on hands, release technique, and reading defensive leverage. Haas' ability to improve quickly will determine whether he can become a reliable red zone target or remain primarily a blocking specialist. Veteran Dawson Knox provides a model for Haas development. Knox balanced physicality and blocking with route precision and catching reliability, demonstrating the kind of growth path that Haas can emulate. Before we dive back in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest Buffalo Bills updates straight to your screen. And hey, don't hold back. Let us know your thoughts on today's news down in the comments. Whispers have begun to ripple across the NFL community as speculation grows about the recent move by the Buffalo Bills, who reportedly have tapped JAYDEN Daniels as their new quarterback. While no official confirmation has clarified every aspect of this potential shift, insiders suggest that Daniels, a young and electrifying talent, could bring a new dimension to Buffalo's offensive strategy. Conversations in the league hint that Daniels' arrival might signal a more dynamic, fast-paced offensive scheme, possibly incorporating innovative play designs that leverage his mobility and arm strength. Fans and analysts alike are buzzing over how Daniels' style might complement the Bills' current roster, particularly considering the synergy required with key receivers and a revamped offensive line. Even though the official announcement has left room for interpretation, the rumor mill surrounding Daniels' possible role paints a picture of excitement, uncertainty, and anticipation, indicating a strategic gamble that could redefine the team's identity. Commentators are speculating that his adaptability could allow for more creative game plans, blending traditional pocket passing techniques with improvisational tactics that exploit his dual-threat capabilities. The conversation among sports talk shows has already intensified, with pundits debating how quickly Daniels could establish himself as the franchise's cornerstone, while local media outlets tease the potential transformation in Buffalo's offensive philosophy. If this transition comes to fruition, JAYDEN Daniels' potential influence on the Bills' locker room culture could be substantial, sparking discussions among coaches, veteran players, and analysts about his leadership qualities and professional demeanor. Sources close to the team have hinted that Daniels' confidence, combined with his collegiate experience in high-pressure situations, might allow him to emerge as a pivotal figure even before his first professional snap. Rumors suggest that his work ethic and unique ability to read defenses quickly have already impressed key figures within the organization, raising speculation that the Bills could be positioning themselves to fully capitalize on his talents over the long term. Meanwhile, fans and social media communities are abuzz with conjecture about how Daniels' playing style might shift offensive priorities, whether by emphasizing quick throws, exploiting open field opportunities, or integrating option plays that create unpredictability. The ongoing chatter also explores whether his presence might inspire more aggressive draft strategies or prompt adjustments to coaching philosophies. Analysts are divided on whether this would represent a seamless transition or a challenging adaptation period, with both sides contributing to the heightened sense of anticipation surrounding the team. The uncertainty itself is fueling a narrative that Daniels' tenure, even in its infancy, could become one of the most scrutinized and fascinating storylines of the season, regardless of immediate outcomes or early setbacks. The rumors surrounding JAYDEN Daniels' potential impact extend beyond pure performance metrics, as sources suggest the team could be considering broader branding and market implications tied to his arrival. Conversations in sports media circles indicate that Daniels' youthful appeal and charismatic presence may energize fan engagement and influence ticket sales, merchandise, and national broadcast attention. If the reports hold any truth, his presence might prompt an evolution in the Bills' public image, presenting the franchise as forward-thinking, innovative, and willing to embrace a new era of athletic versatility. Additionally, the narrative swirling in insider circles hints that Daniels' integration could affect not only offensive schemes, but also team morale, potentially inspiring veterans and rookies alike to elevate their own contributions. Analysts have speculated that the coaching staff may be experimenting with creative rotations and strategic tweaks to accommodate his skill set, with possibilities ranging from dual-threat packages to unconventional passing formations designed to exploit defensive weaknesses. While concrete details remain scarce, the buzz is relentless, with former players and commentators weighing in on social media, forums, and televised segments about how Daniels' rumored role might alter the league's competitive landscape. Even skeptics acknowledge that if these speculations prove accurate, Daniels could redefine expectations for young quarterbacks entering the league, setting a precedent for a new type of leadership and versatility at the position that could reverberate far beyond Buffalo. Among the most debated topics in the ongoing speculation about JAYDEN Daniels is the degree to which his style might challenge traditional NFL quarterback norms, potentially influencing the Bills' play calling and broader tactical approaches. Industry insiders have suggested that Daniels' reported dual-threat ability could encourage a hybrid offensive model blending classic pocket passing with designed runs, read option plays, and improvisational tactics that force defenses to adjust on the fly. Observers are whispering that coaches may be quietly testing formations in practice sessions to optimize Daniels' strengths, while defensive coordinators in the league are likely already studying film to anticipate the adjustments required should the rumors prove accurate. Fans have taken to online platforms to debate whether Daniels' rumored entry could shift Buffalo from a conservative offensive identity to a more daring, unpredictable style, potentially redefining the team's brand of football for years to come. Meanwhile, discussions in analyst circles are touching on Daniels' ability to maintain composure under pressure, read complex defensive schemes, and synchronize with receivers in high-speed scenarios. This potential adaptation process, according to insiders, could represent both a risk and a transformative opportunity, fueling further rumor and speculation about how the Bills might balance immediate results with long-term developmental goals. Ultimately, the intrigue surrounding Daniels' possible role is creating a palpable energy within the football community, hinting at a storyline rich with strategic nuance, dramatic tension, and the kind of compelling uncertainty that keeps fans and pundits talking late into the night. Finally, as the rumor mill continues to swirl around JAYDEN Daniels' purported ascent to starting quarterback for the Buffalo Bills, the implications stretch far beyond the team's immediate roster. That's a wrap for now. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay on top of all things Buffalo Bills, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what you think in the comments. See you in the next update.